Buonasera, buonasera, buonasera. Vi ricordo che questa è una bella serata horror. Come state? Come state ragazzi? Spero che voi stiate tutti bene. Vi ricordo come sempre i punti esclamativi fondamentali, CMD e Control. E naturalmente vi ricordo anche chi è che c'è online in questo momento. Penguin con Scacchi, Solumido con Family Man, Viking con Resident Evil 7, Birkiwi con 4 chiacchiere, Solelle con Omega Strikers. Emulare che passione con giochi retro, Linora con Deadline Night, Gabriel Nomino con Fightcade, Eluner89 con The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Constantine con Ant Showdown, Bertien con Animal Crossing New Horizon, Art Attack con Italia 1990, anche se sono state trasmesse dopo il 2000, e Ikari Ira VT con Minecraft. Molto bene, molto bene, molto bene. Niente, stamattina stavo lavorando e oggi pomeriggio ho recuperato le ore della mattina. Quindi niente, molto probabilmente faremo più ora del previsto. Tutto dipende anche da Red, se vuole dormire o meno. Vediamo. E che cosa d'altro? Niente. Allora, per il gioco dobbiamo andare su Steam. A quanto pare non ce l'ho aperto. Ah, offerte One Piece Odyssey. Preacquistalo ora. E la madonna. Comunque la grafica sembra la stessa di Jump Force. Uscita 12 gennaio 2023. Sarà vero? Ni. Una via di mezzo. RPG ambientato nell'universo più famoso, ok? Cioè, in una fantastica avventura. Punto. Fantastica avventura. Punto. La Deluxe Edition 85 €. Dove è andato a finire il nostro gioco preferito? Eccolo qua. Allora, qua, gioco vecchio e siamo pronti per partire. Io ho abilitato tutto? Sì. Gioca. Gioca giù. Carica partita. Ok. Ultima data 8 agosto. Dobbiamo entrare qua per chiedere cose?
Whatever's being mixed in here, I hope the construction guys know what they're doing. A huge skull above the door. Makes you feel right at home.
Qui abbiamo un sacco di cose. Abbiamo lettera M in ghisa, bottiglie di plastica vuota, un dischetto, tubo di cartone, delle pinze, Abbiamo varie cose.
There are people in the hall. Construction guys, I guess. I'd better go another way. Otherwise, Sister Antolini is sure to get wind that I'm in the castle.
Lampione.
A pane of glass is missing, but it still works.
Ah, c'è il buco. Forse dovrei mandarla in corto. Riempi il bottiglie d'acqua. Menhir.
It's certainly decorative, if you like having boulders in your garden. You can hardly see any signs of the fire on the west wing. It almost seems as though these old walls just didn't want to collapse.
Impalcatura.
Huh. The scaffolding is just asking to be climbed on. But unfortunately, I can't see any open windows. Anyway, it would be impossible to climb on it quietly without being noticed.
Verso il cancello. Con tutta calma, eh.
An empty letterbox. A bit small for having a barbecue, but there's the garden for that. It's certainly decorative, if you like having boulders in your garden. The ladder is too short to reach the first floor. I should look for another way. Why do I constantly have the feeling that a big monkey is sitting up there throwing barrels at me?
Così. Citazioni aranne. Parapetto.
Here, it goes down a few meters, and then the large surrounding garden begins. The fitting description would be wilderness. There's even more garbage lying around here. There used to be fireworks in here. I might be able to lure the construction guys out of the house for a moment with a firework like this. But these ones here are unusable. It's certainly decorative, if you like having boulders in your garden. It looks even older than the castle, if that's at all possible.
Andiamo verso la
Pretty tall, this greenhouse. It's more like an orangery, where lemon trees are housed over the winter. Not exactly what you'd expect from a castle garden. Looks like Lewis hadn't taken his job seriously for quite some time. If I remember correctly, Victoria's in the castle, not in the greenhouse. An empty pot. I'm guessing the guys here have heated up their lunch in it. I have no idea what I could do with a pot at the moment. I think I'll leave it here. Oh look, a wheelbarrow, used to transport drunken workers. The kitchen looks like a real mess. Lewis must have started the blaze here. There's nothing left to eat here. The most I could hope for here is smoked meat. It's an iron ceiling truss.
Prendiamo la candela.
There's a candle. If I don't have a flashlight, I should at least take this with me. No crockery left in here. All gone in the fire, I guess.
Cantina sarà passabile?
Judging by the state of this door, it'll create a level of noise equivalent to a collapsing house when you open it.
Non so se si può andare verso il salone.
Shh, just don't step on a creaky floorboard. Damn, it'd be impossible to sneak past them unnoticed. I have to distract them somehow. Angelina doing her favorite things, murder and arson. Oh boy, guy was lucky that she didn't catch him taking these photos. That photo won't help me much with the police. You can't see Miss Valley's corpse. But perhaps I can use it to convince Victoria that I'm innocent? The library taught, 200 pounds. The foreign woman, 500 pounds. The Yank, 100 pounds, 2,500 pounds, 300 pounds. I think Yank must refer to me. What's that all about? Some kind of bounty? Is that why Phil locked me up? To get money? There's an M and a tick after each sum of money. But not next to the one for the foreign woman. Murray's collection of blackmail material. That guy is so sick. And here, a page from the Willow Creek Daily from last year. What did he save that for? Perhaps because of the article about the robbery in an old people's home in Ipswich. Valuable objects, cash, and passports were stolen. Or perhaps Murray was interested in the article about Spooner's transfer to the provinces. It says here that a young cop from London will replace the well-loved Inspector Collier, who's retiring. Conrad Spooner led the investigation in a case which didn't exactly cover the London Police Service in glory. More on page 7. Is Spooner just the scapegoat, or did he really do a bad job? One thing's for sure. He won't be able to fill Inspector Collier's shoes so quickly. I guess he really doesn't like them either. The wax is too hard to seal the roll with. To say it's Dilapidated would be a serious understatement. The medication that Dr. Winterbottom prescribed for me. Halo Paradox. For the treatment of acute... Oh, great. She's...
Fatti un po' vedere.
So it explodes in my hand? No thanks. It's not lit.
Come faccio a togliere il filo?
It's not lit. It's not lit. Click. Let there be light. I can seal the cardboard roll with the wax, so the gunpowder doesn't trickle out.
Non ho più lo stoppino però.
I'll stick the cigarette in one end of the cardboard roll. If you light the cigarette, it'll burn down and make the gunpowder explode.
Ok.
So now I've built my own firework. I should first find a suitable place for my firework.
Dentro la pentola.
It's too risky just to lure the workers into the kitchen. I have to get them out of the castle.
Dentro la lanterna.
The lamp is the perfect place to set off my firework. It's dry, and the construction guys are sure to notice a broken lamp. Okay, I've got about 2 minutes until this explodes.
Salviamo? Salviamo. Che giorno è oggi? Oggi ne abbiamo 17. andare anche ad aprire al gatto. Torno subito. Torno tra 10 minuti e un quarto d'ora. Eccomi di ritorno. Scusate.
So, it's time. After all, I want to be in the front row when the show begins.
Whoa! What was that?
Sounded like a gunshot.
Damn, why aren't they going out?
Might have been a firework. I saw one of them spotty kids messing around on the wall again recently.
Have you seen what they've done to our scaffolding?
No. I've been on the facade since last week.
They've covered it in paint. Go and have a look. It's like a hippie ladder.
Little sods. Why are they hanging around here not in school? What's that about?
Steve, I've got an idea.
What kind of idea, Greg?
Stick their fireworks up their spotty
Come
bums and fly under the moon.
Yeah, why not?
Blast. I hope they don't actually catch up with those poor kids. Could turn ugly.
Qui intanto sta riposando le piastrelle.
I've got no time to waste. Victoria's room wasn't...
Ora andiamo alla stanza di Vittoria.
Damn.
What's all that noise? Greg, Steve, was that you? Hey, Greg, Steve, what the heck is going on here?
Perché fai movimenti italiani? Mamma
She's
mia.
disappearing into the hall. Now full speed to Victoria.
Tutta birra, mi raccomando.
Huh. There's some pretty big fish being gutted in this picture. It's signed W. Gordon, 1921. I wonder if William did it. A small casket. Victoria probably keeps her jewelry in. Victoria? Please wake up, Victoria.
What? Who? Adrian? What are you doing here? I told you, I don't want to see you again.
I'm sorry, but I gotta talk to you. I can prove I'm innocent. You can see Angelina here on this photo, Victoria, killing Miss Valley. Here, look at it.
Angelina? But why? I don't understand.
Angelina also gave the order to set the castle on fire. And she killed Sally, Catherine, and Louis, all just because of Mordred's curse. She needed my blood, because only male Gordons are capable of activating Mordred's power. You knew about that, Victoria. Please don't tell me you didn't know.
But she was my little Angelina. How could she do something like that?
I was hoping you could tell me that. There's that order that followed me.
Miss Valley's order? A bunch of bunglers. They wanted to prevent something like what happened 12 years ago from happening again. But they've got no idea what they're fighting against. Most of them see it as an amusing diversion from their lives. Acting mysteriously and having secret meetings in silly frocks. Miss Valley was the only one who really knew what it was about. The original order has existed for hundreds of years.
Ok.
It keeps the secrets hidden. However, we supported Miss Valley financially. It was, after all, in our interest that you, Adrian, did not return to Black Mirror.
I see. I saw something strange there, and I don't know who else I could ask about it. This white lady, exactly the one in this painting. Or very similar, I don't know. Either way, I saw her in the woods. She was running around like a ghost. But it wasn't a ghost, was it?
A white lady in the woods? Are you sure?
So it really was a ghost. Oh my god, I really am going crazy.
No. Calm down, Adrian. Everything's fine. Perhaps better than I dared to hope. Tell me more about the lady. What did she look like? What did she have on?
I didn't see her all that well. She had long white hair, she had a long dress on with a belt, some kind of coat of arms on it.
The woman you saw is Maria Gordon, Mordred's wife. She can find no peace, not for centuries. She wanders the woods of Black Mirror because she's searching for her child. Her child and Mordred's. I've seen her too.
You've seen her too? Then she really does exist.
We're in Black Mirror Castle, Adrian. Which reality are you talking about?
What happened to the child?
All right, what I'm about to tell you has never left these walls. And it would be good if it stayed that way. It's perhaps the oldest of our family stories, and also the most dreadful. You want to know what happened to the child? That's what Maria asks herself to this day. All we know is that Mordred took it away because he thought it wasn't his biological child. He thought Maria cheated on him with his brother, Marcus, and wanted to make her pay for that. What he did to the child remains a mystery until today. It was never seen again.
So Mordred's wife was unfaithful, and because of that he cursed everyone?
No, Maria wasn't unfaithful to Mordred. It was his hate that made him think something like that. Hate and jealousy towards his brother, even though the two of them fought many battles together, side by side. But that was before they came to Black Mirror. Something here changed Mordred, contaminated his heart. He mistrusted everyone. His soldiers, his wife, his brother. Became more and more withdrawn.
Cosa gli è successo?
Became arrogant. Finally, he looked at his own child and didn't recognize it. Thought he could see similarities with his brother in his face. He wanted to kill it, but no one knows if he did. One thing's for sure. He snatched it from Maria and took it into the catacombs under the castle. In her desperation, Maria called for Marcus, begged him for help. For Mordred, this was further evidence to support his suspicion. Marcus came, challenged Mordred to a duel, and killed him. But he didn't find the child. no matter how he searched. It was as though he'd disappeared.
Disappear, non volatilizzato. Vabbè.
What kind of curse is it?
Before Mordred died, he put a curse on Marcus's male descendants. They were to complete his work. One day a Gordon devoted to evil would be born, who would bring Mordred back to the realm of the living.
And Angelina wanted to have his power. But why, if only the male Gordons were cursed?
Because you're twins, the curse must have somehow got mixed up.
How's that?
I'm sorry. I can't tell you any more, Adrian. It's just an assumption.
Ha fatto casino la maledizione con i gemelli. Bene.
What?
Quindi è una cosa genetica, ma
We've no
per i
time to
gemelli è
lose.
andato in
You're the
palla.
last Gordon of the Marcus lineage. The castle should belong to you. Give me some paper and a pen. There, in the drawer. I must confirm your true identity. Otherwise, no one will know that you're the lawful heir. Hurry. I can feel my strength waning, Adrian. My life's coming to
Dai.
an end.
Non mi faccia la fine della regina.
Please, I need you. I won't know what to do without you.
Carta e penna, veloci. Quanto solida la carta.
Without me, you might not have been in this position. We were very thorough when it came to you. He even had you a death certificate drawn up.
Let me guess. Dr. Herman did that.
We made a mistake. Forgive me, Adrian.
It's all right. You only wanted to protect me. But it might have been better if I'd known what it was about. Then I might not have walked into Angelina's trap. What can you tell me about the ritual chamber?
I've never been there myself. But apparently Mordred's power is strongest there. That place is not of this world. It's in the Shade World.
I think me and Angelina, we heard Mordred when we were there.
What exactly happened in the ritual chamber?
Well, I completed all of the tasks. Spilt my blood on the relief.
And did you speak the words?
I think so.
Oh God, Adrian, then the ritual is complete. You've laid open the way for Mordred.
What do you mean? Am I cursed now?
Worse, Adrian. Worse. Mordred's spirit is now in you. Adrian, in you. Oh my God, Adrian, what have you done?
Mordred is inside me? Oh, hell, that's exactly what I feared.
Stay calm. Let's stay calm and think. How do you feel? Is anything different?
Yes, there are these visions. They feel quite real. They're sick, violent, but maybe they aren't anymore. I wanted to go for Murray's throat earlier. That definitely wasn't a vision.
When did you see the White Lady last?
Just now, in front of the castle.
Then you haven't yet done evil. Your heart is still pure. You're strong, Adrian. You've managed to resist.
Dai.
And you must continue to do so. Resist Mordred for as long as you can. He will get stronger and stronger, and you will get
Così però non mi
weaker.
aiuti.
He wants to control you. At some point, he will take control of you.
How can I prevent Mordred from controlling me?
There are only two ways to banish him. Mordred's vessel must be destroyed. You know what I mean by that.
I guess you mean the Samuel variety? A little jump from the tower, directly onto a pointy iron fence. Sounds tempting.
It's certainly the easier option.
Really? What would the difficult one be then?
You have to go back to where everything began.
To the ritual chamber? But it's buried.
Where everything began.
But do you mean where Mordred uttered the curse?
It's all written in the book.
Quale?
In which book?
I'm so tired, Adrian. I can't.
No, che muore.
No, please don't close your eyes now, Victoria. Stay awake, please. Just tell me what book you're talking about. A chronicle or the Bible?
The book. Please read it. In the room.
Which room?
Under the ground. The 6 menhirs will point you to the entrance.
Which menhirs?
The path begins there. The path. You have to follow to the end. To the very end.
Do you mean the big stones around the castle?
Start there. Search at the menhirs. Adrian, promise me.
Yes, I'll do it.
Promise me.
Yes, I promise. Victoria, please wait. There's so much you have to tell me. Victoria.
È morta.
What are you doing here? How did you get
She's
in?
dying. Do something. Quick!
Leave now.
Completato capitolo 2.
Lady Victoria Gordon has passed away. She leaves behind an empty
niente, è morta la
place in our
regina.
hearts. Let us
Di nuovo.
pause a moment and bid her farewell in silent prayer. Dear mourners, as we part, I would like to leave you with a few words to reflect upon. Words which have guided Lady Victoria throughout her life in both good and troubled times. So faith, hope, and love abide, these three, said Paul in his letter to the Corinthians. But the greatest of these is love. Now, as we are saying goodbye to Lady Victoria Gordon, let us do so with these words in mind. Amen. Adrian, my sincere condolences.
Thanks.
Your great-grandmother was a quite extraordinary woman.
Yes, she was.
Upright and of good heart.
Yeah. It's a pity I only got to know her so late.
Better late than never. You are Lady Victoria's only kin. You can now move into the castle and take some time to reflect. to find some peace, Adrian, and say farewell not only to your great-grandmother, but to your old life, too. If you need any help, you know where to find me.
Thank you, Father Frederick.
My condolences, Adrian.
Thanks, Doc.
How are you?
Well, this is the funeral of the last member of my family. That's it. From now on, I'm alone on God's earth. Utterly alone. I suddenly find Mordred's presence in my head a little comforting. He is part of the family, after all.
We could have our session now, if you like.
No, I'd just like to have some space right now. Can we move it to this afternoon?
How about 3 o'clock at my practice?
Perfetto.
Okay.
See you then, Adrian.
Adrian Gordon, the last, but not the least. Or maybe he is.
What a great time to say that. But I wouldn't expect anything else from you.
That's right. You even carried your great-grandmother to her grave, who you'd known hardly 3 or 4 weeks. Sorry for your sad loss. That I'm sure you'll get over very quickly. And congratulations on hitting the jackpot.
What jackpot? Do you mean the burned-down castle that I'm duty-bound to rebuild according to the will? Or do you mean my being the last in line of a family of sickos and murderers?
You call it that, but anyone else would call inheriting a magnificent estate and rising up into the nobility an incredible, real stroke of luck. But you were always good at playing the victim.
That's what you think. Any other cop would overcome his prejudices and just look at the facts.
Talking of cops, as you're now a British citizen, I'm afraid I can no longer get you deported. Let me make myself clear. The slightest hint of suspicion, and I'll have you back inside. And that's a promise.
Why do you want to keep me so close to you? Haven't you got any other friends? Why don't you go see Denise more often? That'll take the heat off a bit.
You'll soon stop talking so tough.
Have it your way. And now if you'll excuse me, Inspector, I have to go count my guest bathrooms.
Andiamo quindi in direzione... Te? Salva.
Hi, you waiting for me?
Good morning, sir. Yes, we are. Our condolences, by the way.
Thanks. I'm Adrian.
Okay, Adrian. I'm Greg. This is Steve. So, you're the boss now, right?
It looks like it. But I still have to get used to the fact.
Okay, boss. Well, maybe the best thing is for you to start right away. In fact, Miss Angelini has forgotten to give us further instructions.
Instructions? To do with the restoration? I don't know. I haven't managed to have a good look around yet.
Sure. Then perhaps you want to get a general overview first. Well, there is a heck of a lot of building work going on.
So why don't you just get on with your work then?
No offense, sir, to the name of the Gordons, but it would be nice to know if the good lady left anything behind. I mean, apart from the building work.
Ok.
You mean money-wise?
Yep.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Well, see you later then, sir. We'll wait for you in front of the castle.
Va bene.
So this is my new home, Blackmere Castle. A little more spacious than my college room and the prison cell, if not that much brighter.
3000 coin. Questa dalle lettere è piena.
I think the mailman's been here. I'll have a look. A letter and the newspaper. What the? Ugh. A picture of me. That's the one I did for Murray. He can never get enough, can he? I don't want to know what kind of dough he screwed out of the newspaper for that. Well, what does it say here? Blackmere Castle has a new lord of the manor. It has transpired that the young American Darren M., against whom the accusation of arson has yet to be proved, is the last descendant of the Gordon family. Great. Now everyone will think I've torched my inheritance. And what's even worse, that I'm rich. I'll throw the paper away.
Così.
A letter addressed to me? Strange. I've only just moved in. The Guardian's third virtue is mercifulness. Just as water grows drop by drop and becomes a mighty ocean, so should every call for help be heard and find a sea of answers.
Aiuta e ti daranno risposte.
Yet another one of those cryptic messages? No thanks. The last one drove me right into the clutches of a head case.
Questo qui per...
Tasty. Dried wallpaper paste. A massive block of stone with a secret compartment, but there's nothing in it. I'd already discovered it before the castle fire. The globe is metal. I can't see a weld seam. I wonder how they got it through the door. It's a roll of damp-proof sheeting used in construction. The craftsmen should really cover the floor with it so they don't make everything filthy. I guess that's no big deal while the place is looking like it is. I'll leave it here. If I do need some of the sheeting, I'll know where to find it. Why this debris was brought into the main hall of the castle and not taken outside will remain an eternal mystery to me.
Integro.
As if the chaos of books wasn't enough, all the drawers have been pulled out just in case. I'd love to have a little bit of a rest. Someone doesn't seem to have understood what a bookshelf is for. Bibles and religious texts. Some of the editions look damn valuable. Good that the fire didn't spread through here. The Encyclopedia Britannica. At least 3 editions. Will there ever be a bigger reference book? Shakespeare dramas, Shakespeare tragedies, Shakespeare comedies. This will be the shelf for my comic collection. In the corner, there's a richly ornamented mighty column. The weight of the castle rests on it. An old mural. Looks like the Last Supper. Stories. adventures and fairy tales. Dickens, Defoe, Anderson, Jules Verne. These are probably the most up-to-date books in this library. All of the books here have Latin titles. Doesn't mean a thing to me. Books about horses, horse breeding, hunting dogs, polo, and so on. The Gordons' hobbies. I'll put in a computer here. That's the only part of the library that was damaged by the fire, fortunately.
Decisamente fortunata la cosa.
There's probably a mini bar hidden in there, but I'm not interested in that right now. My telephone. My family tree.
Mm.
The Gordon coat of arms. Pretty uninspiring. I'd expected a fire-breathing dragon or a griffin with bloody claws. For some reason, I'm wary of dogs.
Mm.
What's a tea room without a teapot? This one's being used as a flower pot. There were probably pictures hanging here before. Either they were destroyed in the fire, or were taken down to be restored. What are these marks? It looks like mildew. Ugh, not that healthy. It's really quite pretty, this ostrich egg cup. Bills, 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 bank statements. Envelopes with nothing in them. Who's this one from? Città del Vaticano,
Come?
Roma, Italia. It's from the Vatican. What did Victoria have to do with the Vatican? The clock has stopped, probably during the last century. £6,000 is paid in every 3 months. No indication of who it came from. It just says here it was paid in over the counter. The last entry is 4 months ago. And the account was virtually emptied 2 weeks ago. By Valentina Antolini. Authorized by Victoria Gordon. That must have been money for the construction guys. An empty envelope with the Vatican crest on it. According to the postmark, it was sent 2 weeks ago. Ugh, what horrible things. Beats me what people think is so great about statues of naked kids with wings. Maria, the mother of all statues. Horse breeding was once a big thing here. The sculpture probably originates from that period. The plinth is probably marble.
Mi sento un po' Carlo III, c'è da dire.
Oh, look. Green ghost lamps. Very homely. A stack of old pictures. Looks like they were rescued from the fire. A lot of them have caught smoke damage. There are some paint buckets drying up here. Who knows if these walls will ever come in contact with it. A mattress seems to be a bit too unusual to serve as a hiding place for the Gordons. Boxes full of stuff. I guess no one would have missed it if it'd been burned.
Oh, beautiful two-handed swords with ground steel blades. Shoved up on the wall any old way, and also next to an ordinary flail, as wielded by mere bandits and riffraff. Whoever hung these weapons here had no idea what they were.
Cosa?
This is Victoria's jewelry. Rings, necklaces, and earrings. This is Victoria's jewelry. The White Lady. The Great Mystery. Hey, what's going on here? The blood is gone. But there's a black mark just where I touched the picture. Or was it there already? No, I'd better not handle it again.
Ho sbloccato qualcosa. Essendo spiritati dal maligno.
There's only one other door in the passage, and it's locked.
Andiamo di visitare un po' il castello.
The door is closed. I think this is one of the stand-in stones Victoria mentioned. They should point to the entrance. But where? And how? I think this is one of the stand-in stones Victoria mentioned. The door is practically rusted solid to the frame. It's obvious that Lewis hasn't seen the inside of the greenhouse for more than 3 weeks. This is in dire need of a good tidy-up. A ladder. Who knows when it was put here, and why? I wonder if there was ever a pretty maiden in this castle. A lunchbox. I guess it belongs to Greg. There's just a large packet of toothpicks in it. Does anyone have that many gaps in the teeth?
Ok.
castle itself is already sinister enough, but the soot on the facade makes it look like something out of a haunted house backdrop. I ought to get it removed. Steve, the more industrious of the two workers. I'd really like to know why he's drilling holes in my castle. That's Greg. He watches Steve. Hey, Steve.
Yeah?
Why are you drilling holes into the castle?
Oh, it's simple. The foundation walls are full of water from extinguishing the fire. They sucked it up like a sponge. If we don't get the moisture out of the walls, then the whole castle will start to go moldy.
And the water just runs out of the holes? I can't believe that.
Of course not. I'm drilling the holes for these cartridges. There's liquid in them, which crystallizes in the wall and binds the water.
Oh, right. Do you work for free?
No, sir. But unlike Greg, I believe you've got enough money. You have, haven't you?
I own a castle, don't I?
Oh, of course. I was just saying. I mean, you hear all the stories nowadays about poor nobility, and the castle ain't exactly in tip-top condition.
I'm sorting it out. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Adrian. What's up? Have you sorted out the finances?
No, not yet.
You know where you can find me.
Why are the books all spread around the floor of the library?
You'll have to ask Miss Antolini about that. She'd often pick up a book. Didn't have much to do by the looks of things. Was reading all the time.
Where's this Miss Antolini got to, anyway? She wasn't even at the funeral.
What do I know? Probably back in the convent. Ask the priest. They're both back from the same team.
And you were asked to renovate the castle by her?
Correct. Headhunted us. We were working for old Murray before. For our pittance. We get twice as much here.
Okay, and where did she get the money from?
From Lady Victoria. Was her castle, after all.
How come Miss Antolini organized the construction guys and managed all this restoration work if Victoria didn't speak a word with her? It's a mystery to me anyway, how they manage their money. There's only £100 in the family bank account. Wait a minute, maybe she only had part of it in the bank. Old people like to keep their money at home, underneath cushions or in the mattress. But don't old castles have treasure vaults too? Pile of gold and gems down in the dungeons, usually with a fire-breathing dragon as its guardian.
Hey, what's up?
What? I was just thinking about your pay.
Huh. I hope something comes of it. I don't want to work for Murray again.
Neanch'io.
You haven't happened to find a treasure vault here in the castle, have you?
Would we still be here?
Forget I asked.
A posto. Lasceremo lavorare per mesi. Oggi finì. Come si dice, non finiamo dopo mezzanotte, però cerchiamo di andare un po' più in
Maybe
lungo.
Ralph is in his shack. Ralph?
He isn't here.
It's me, Darren. I rescued you from the cellar. I once gave you a flute by the ruin. Do you remember?
Yes, Darren! But I broke it. I didn't mean to.
How you doing, Ralph?
Mr. Bobby has lost an eye.
How long were you locked in the cellar?
100 years.
Tell me, Ralph, have you ever come across the White Lady?
I know lots of white ladies and men. They've got overalls on. They have needles and knives. They stab with them. They're evil.
And here in the woods, are there white ladies here too?
One, yes. She runs around here looking for someone. But she won't find Mr. Bubby. I hide him.
I'll leave Ralph in peace for a bit.
Ok. Però almeno Ralph sta bene. Tomba fresca.
This is Sally's grave. She was murdered. Hello, Father.
Welcome back, Adrian.
Miss Antolini, Victoria's nurse, what do you know about her?
She was sent by the diocese. They have very well-trained nursing staff, competent and trustworthy.
You didn't know her personally?
I know the manageress of the diocese, Mrs. Puft. She's the wife of the brother of the mayoress, Mrs. Puft, her sister-in-law.
Yeah, but you've never met Miss Antolini.
I saw her a couple of times when I visited Lady Victoria. Made a nice impression.
I'm the last Gordon. Sounds like the last Mohican. What does that actually mean to me?
My son, you don't have to remain the last one. It's up to you whether it's the end of your lineage or a new start.
So, if I should decide to become a Catholic priest, then it would pretty much be the end.
You can still think about it. Your inheritance isn't just of a spiritual kind, it's also material. There's also the Black Mirror estate to manage. Presumably also the one in Wales. A huge responsibility, but also a huge gift.
And what about your church? It was built by Marcus Gordon, so it must belong to me now too?
The gift isn't that huge. Marcus Gordon built it, but he was also a loyal son of the church and always gave everything back that he got from it. Warm Hill Church belongs to itself, and of course the people here.
Giustamente.
I'd
Risentiamo.
like to hear the story about Marcus and Mordred again.
My pleasure. Marcus struck down. A few years later, it was to be at the academy.
Right, but all of
Well,
these...
there are I also... Basically, it's
Do you know if the brothers were born
Probably
here?
not. Both were tired, but why they built, perhaps or they were...
Thank you, Father. Thanks for the help.
May the Lord be with you.
The correct translation is, see the Lamb of God that... I've forgotten the rest again. Aha, William Gordon.
Prolibici.
I'll leave him in peace for now. The pane of glass is loose. Huh, I'll take it with me.
Lo compro.
Hello? No one there.
Mi sa che succederà qualcosa se vado da altre parti.
No, I really don't feel like speaking to anyone from the village at the moment.
Ok, dice il corvo, ci fermiamo qua allora. Ok, ok. Allora, io vi ringrazio tantissimo per essere passati di qua. Vi ricordo, settimana prossima dovrebbe esserci ancora Black Mirror, quindi, oh mio Dio, 2 sabati di seguito. Siamo andati avanti un po' con la storia. Mi scuso ancora per essermi assentato, ma dovevo fare cose. Vi lascio in compagnia di qualcuno bello. Quindi vi lascio a lui e vi do la buonanotte. Ciao!